This is David Ezzy, and I'm going to walk you through the rigging of the Taka 2. When you unroll your sail, don't let it flap in the wind. Creasing damages the sailcloth, and most people actually do more damage when they rig and de-rig than they do sailing their sails. When you slide your mast in, a nice trick is to push the mast tip to the back of the boom cutout so it'll slide into the top of the mast sleeve easily. Then, when you push your mast in, don't grab onto the pad. The best way is to have one knee down, one knee up, and push the tack against the knee that's up and push the mast in. You can spin the mast as you're pushing it in and make sure that it gets right into the head cap. It's a good idea to walk up and to make sure the head cap is on the tip of the mast. If not, and you go to downhaul, you can break the head cap. For threading the pulley, the best way to do it is you start with the pulley that's closest to the mast and you go under that pulley, and then you go to the upper pulley on your extension and go under that pulley. Then you go to the far pulley on the sail, so you miss the middle one. You go to the far pulley and go over that. Then you go over the remaining pulley that's on the extension, and then without crossing your line, go under the center pulley on the sail and then downhaul. To set your downhaul, you'll use the calibration gauge, and we've already established the correct downhaul in the factory when we rigged your sail with a load cell, and we've set the gauge to the correct downhaul. Now you'll notice the gauge has a maximum, a medium, and then a min 1 and a min 2. Notice that the max and the medium are quite closely spaced, but the min 1 and min 2 are quite far from the medium. And the reason for that is that it gets more critical when it's windy that your sail is within its correct rigging range, and that's why the max and the medium are pretty close. But in light wind, you can set the sail extremely deep because the forces are less erratic in the sail, and this way you can get much more power out of the sail. So I suggest starting with the medium setting as long as it's decent wind, and all you do is downhaul until the medium mark on the gauge lines up with the bottom of the mast. If you're not using an Ezzy mast, then the gauge will not be accurate the way we've set it in the factory. However, there's a neat little trick for you to set that gauge for your mast. You're going to start with the mast in the sail with no downhaul, and the battens will be rotated under the mast, and then slowly downhaul and watch the foot batten, and as soon as the foot batten pops around the mast, stop downhauling, and that will be your medium setting. At that point, you'll move the gauge up or down so that the medium mark lines up with the bottom of your mast. Now your gauge is set for your mast. Once you set your downhaul, then you want to tension the tack strap. Wrap it around the mast through the buckle, and then tension it so that you get a little wrinkle running out of the tack. The tack strap's important because it tensions the bottom edge of the foot, which then tensions the lower leech and puts a little more shape into the foot batten, makes the sail a little bit more stable and more powerful. Once you've tensioned the tack strap, then take the tack strap and wrap it under itself and then back onto the Velcro. After securing the tack strap, take your downhaul line, wrap it around your mast extension one time, and then take the end and store it in the mesh pocket in the pad. For setting your outhaul, we have 3 cords that are sewn at the clew of the sail. The longest cord is for high wind, and that's the gray cord. The shortest cord is the red cord, and that's for light wind. And then the cord in the middle is the medium cord for medium wind. So to use the cords, you want to make sure you have your sail downhauled correctly. Then, with your boom propped up on your hip and no tension on the clew, just gently pull on the cord, not the clew, but the cord, and set your boom to the end of the cord. Once you've set the boom to the cord, then outhaul your sail to the end of the boom, and your outhaul is set. I want to show you on the Taka how full you can set it. And the Taka has extremely good low end, and this comes from setting the sail very deep. For the light wind setting on the Taka, there's a min 1 and a min 2. The min 2 is your extreme light wind setting, and you're going to use this when it's super light wind, when you should be on 1 or 2 sizes or 3 sizes bigger, and you can still make the Taka 2 work well on those conditions. So release your downhaul to the min 2 mark, and then go to the boom, set your boom to the short cord, which is the red cord, and you'll notice that you'll have to put your boom in about 2 clicks, 2 holes. That's how much the boom shortens by reducing the downhaul. And then set to the red cord and then outhaul until the sail hits the end of the boom. When the sail is set full at the min 2 setting, you'll notice that the foot batten fully rotates around the mast, and there's a big pocket in the luff fold between the foot batten and the number 2 batten. This is what's giving the sail all of its power. And even when the sail's set flatter for stronger wind, you're still going to have that luff fold there, so you're never going to be able to eliminate it. But in the light wind setting, it's going to be extremely full. For de-rigging, undo the outhaul first, then undo your downhaul, take the tack strap off, take your boom off, and then spin the mast to get it out instead of creasing the sail. Spin it and gently pull it out, and then you'll roll the sail from the head, tuck the head quite firmly, and then when you get onto the film, release it so that you don't crease the film, and roll it parallel to the battens. If you get to a batten when you're rolling the sail and it's not parallel, you can just pull the batten out and it will make it parallel. Roll the sail fairly tight. When you're finished rolling, stick your hand in the core and the other hand on the tack and spin the core tight to get the roll a little tighter. Then take the pad, fold the pad, and wrap the tack strap around the pad, give it half a turn, and put it back onto the Velcro, and now the sail's held securely. When you put the sail in the sail bag, put it sleeve in first, and make sure when you store your sail, you always store it with the sleeve down. You never want to store the sail on the clew, because that will damage the film. That's the rigging of the new Taka 2. If you have further questions, please go to our website, ezzy.com.